to promote the economy of Camarines Sur. Being awarded as the Most Outstanding Young Chamber in 2005, a finalist to the Most Outstanding Chamber in 2018, 2020 recipient of Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Parangal para sa Katuwang sa Lingkod Bayan, and recipient of the Most Outstanding Chamber Award 2019 in South Luzon, the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated is beyond inspired to uphold its vision of a robust business community legging up at all levels of national and global economies, with a culmination of breathing life in its mission to secure the long-term interest of all members and take a lead role in policy advocacies of all spheres of economic activities, in pursuit to its commitment and advocacy of improving and sustaining competitive position of local businesses in both national and international markets. CSCCI has continued to promote its Giant Steps objectives. The success of CAMSUR Business Expo affirms it as one of the most sought-after business expos in the region and heightens our desire to introduce innovations even amid situations wherein we are challenged. The COVID-19 pandemic that we face is a newly opened gate of challenges wherein CSCCI bravely takes on by providing the business industry regular platforms for inspiration and mentoring. CSCCI remains positive in reimagining and promoting business-as-usual environment and the promotion of sustainable development and finding solutions to key challenges faced by the business sector. The CAMSUR Chamber ensures proper representation to national, regional, and/or local policymaking bodies to actively participate in the steering of public programs, fuel economic growth, and foster good public-private partnership. This 2020, CSCCI has influenced a local policy on truck ban affecting easy access to and from of our prime commodities and trade. Its leadership steers the region by strongly opposing Provincial Ordinance No. 011-2020, which prohibits trucks from traversing the National Road or Maharlika Highway within the province of Albay. Strengthening Chamber's influence in the localities in its membership and affiliations to private and funding institutions as well as governmental entities. The CAMSUR CCII, in partnership with its member training institution, the Center for Creative and Technical Skill Institute or CCTSI Incorporated, recently launched its first industry-based education and training program for the cooperative sector, the TESDA Co-op Competency Courses. This framework provides a consistent foundation upon which all programs, policies, and requirements is mapped to ensure that a focus on cooperative competence is maintained. Recognizing the importance of collaboration and partnership for both local and international business success, CSCCI officers and members joined forces and voluntarily traveled to Taiwan for a business benchmarking trip in early January 2020 to gain insights on innovative business strategies and explore global business opportunities. The CSCCI also utilizes Hanap.co, an online shopping destination designed and created by CAMSUR CCI past president Rico Evangelista, showcasing chamber members' products and services in a click. The organization banks on partnership with various entities, contributory efforts with its members, and the empowerment and capacity building programs for the marginalized groups. It regularly collaborates and closely supports social outreach projects and advocacies of the province and nearby areas.
Please follow these webinar guidelines. To the speakers, kindly mute your audio if you are not the speaker yet. To the attendees, please rename your account in this format: name of chamber or organization, dash, first name, then last name. Please input your questions in the Q&A box. We would like to thank our valued partners for the year 2021. Province of Camarines Sur, Department of Agriculture Regional Field Office 5, Department of Trade and Industry, Angena Trading, GCI Construction and Development Corporation, Julia Outdoor Advertising, Jurassic Construction and Supplies, Pixeled Solution, Medlane Enterprises, Ngo & Sons Trading and Industries Incorporated, SVM Marketing Solutions OPC, Tugawi Cove Resort, and Samgyup Masarap.
The threat of COVID-19 has changed the Philippine socio-economic landscape in many ways. Over a year, we have been forced to choose between safeguarding our personal health and our own economic survival. But now, there is a better choice. There is a safe space where we are free to work, to socialize, and do business, where we can be a community. Welcome to the world of CSCCI Vertex. Experience our immersive and interactive digital platform where online meetings, webinars, and virtual events are just one click away. Where you never have to leave the comfort and safety of your own home. Bringing together all the elements of a real business expo. This digital platform not only hosts virtual events, but also features an interactive virtual exhibition hall where consumers can explore, shop, learn, and be entertained. With CSCCI Vertex, businesses can showcase their products and services, link to external websites, offer downloadable content, monitor participation, generate electronic certificates, manage mass SMS and email distribution, and create a consumer database effortlessly in real time. This is the power of CSCCI Vertex, and now we are putting this power into your hands, powering your business for a better normal.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from CSCCI Studio in Camsur, Philippines.
The threat of COVID-19 has changed the Philippine socio-economic landscape in many ways. Over a year, we have been forced to choose
When poverty strikes, hunger occurs. When economy plummets, unemployment prevails. These are the apocalypse that every country is escaping from. No one ever dreamt. No one ever wished. The global crises gripped every country to economic paralysis. Natural disaster like virus infiltration, coupled with corruption of every man's greed, creates a smear on the face of progress. This is the SOLABC, the concord of newfound champions, the business sector who draws the lines and contours the new surface of progress. True to its advocacies, the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, through the South Luzon Area Business Conference, conceives initiatives in improving lives through business and industry. At the onset of the global pandemic, the business sector was crippled, creating a hole in the Philippine economy. Thus, the SOLABC, anchored in the theme Innovative Economy, a better normal for all, aims to be the mitigating medium that bridges the gap between economic recovery and the people by introducing and embracing innovation. Zero hunger, ensuring food security in South Luzon. A proactive move for the PCCI in alleviating the pressing needs of the Filipino people. Food security guarantees physical, social, and economic access to safe and nutritious food so that no Filipino shall go hungry. Sustainable cities and communities, adapting to climate change. This is the power to empower. The PCCI, in its crusade to develop the countryside, highlights the need to recognize the impact of climate change, while offering the means to successfully adapt to the changing environment. Industry innovation in infrastructure. With the goal of keeping at par with the technological advancement of highly industrialized nations, comes a need to make innovative changes in infrastructure and management on a national scale. With surgical precision using the right tools, a technological facelift for the business industry could remake the face of business in South Luzon and raise the self-confidence of budding entrepreneurs. The Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, through the South Luzon Area Business Conference, shall be the voice of business for Southern Luzon and for the entire archipelago. Through this forum, the ray of hope in alleviating hunger, eradicating poverty, providing sustainable employment for better economy through industry innovation and infrastructure, shall shine the brightest. When cities and communities work together, a promise of better future is solid. Thus, the global sustainable development goals are achieved. the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry shall breathe life in sustaining partnerships for the goals. This is the PCCI, improving the countryside in making difference worldwide. Invocation by Ms. Sally C. Lacson, Regional Governor.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, we stand before you in our humble prayer before we start with this program of South Luzon Area Business Conference. Father, we praise you for this event and your purpose for it. We know that when we gather together, you always have a divine agenda. We realize that without your blessings, we would not be able to succeed with the plans we have today. Bless our speakers, our organizers, our sponsors, and all of us in the Chamber movement. That even when we have done what you have asked, the results are so much greater than we ever could have imagined. May our proposed resolutions be heard and come to reality and benefit the business society. May all glory go up to you when we reach the finish line and climb our benchmarks. Blanket us with your peace today, Father. Guard our hearts from pride and selfish gain as we meet today. Keep love of the forefront of our minds and the guiding light for all we set out to accomplish and celebrate. In Jesus' name, Amen.
The Philippine National Anthem. In this upcoming session, we are going to focus on improving business through the economics of engineering. The PCCI, keeping at par with the government's Build, Build, Build programs, has brainchild of tapping industry innovation and infrastructure to the SOLABC. In order to keep the gears of business rolling, we should be equipped with the latest trend and innovations in the fields of business and industry. Such innovations help in the further development of infrastructure in Rizal. In this session, we are going to draw the impact of innovation and infrastructure and associate its role in the sustaining and developing local business and industry. Welcome to our session on industry innovation and infrastructure. Introduction of speaker by Mr. Virgilio C. Hernandez II, President, PCCI Cavite.
Secretario has an extensive career in public service spans years in the military, legislation, and executive management. As a soldier, he demonstrated excellence in valor, receiving 3 of the national second highest military medals: the Distinguished Conduct Star, 3 Gold Cross Medal, and the 3 Wounded Personnel Medals for wounds sustained in combat. As a 4-term senator, he has authored and co-authored various laws on strengthening the Dangerous Drug Act, comprehensive firearms and ammunition regulations, and steeper penalty for illegal possession of explosive, among others. He also filed several bills that focus on national security, intelligence reform, land reform use, agrarian reform, public order, and lasting peace through a comprehensive long-term national peace policy. Appointed Secretary to the Department of Information and Communication Technology in the year 2019. Honasan has since been working tirelessly to advance the nation's ICT agenda and promote digital transformation in the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Secretary of the Department of Information and Communication Technology, Secretary Gregorio Greg Honasan.
To the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, or PCII, the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, or CCI, fellow public servants in government, partners from the private and business sectors, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant day to everyone. The need for internet connectivity and digital transformation in general has never been more pronounced as it is today with the country's transition to the new normal. However, even before the onset of the pandemic last year, your Department of Information and Communications Technology, or DICT, has recognized that there is a lot to be done to improve the country's ICT landscape to bring it on par with our global peers, especially in terms of quality of internet speed and access. As a young agency established in 2016, the DICT has worked hard to continuously improve the country's ICT state from its creation up to the present day. Recognizing the needs of the country, the DICT is restructuring and refocusing our strategies by adopting the CHIP conceptual framework of the World Bank as prescribed in the Philippines Digital Economy Report 2020. Under this new framework, our focus is on the accelerated deployment of initiatives to drive digital transformation and address the challenges caused by the pandemic. The CHIP framework stands for Connect, which involves our digital connectivity and infrastructure programs, Harness, which pertains to our capacity building initiatives to upskill Filipinos for the digital economy, Innovate, which highlights our government modernization and digitization projects, and finally, Protect, which focuses on the mitigation of risks and threats as the country transitions to a digitally enabled economy. The Connect component of the CHIP framework puts priority on building the ICT infrastructure of the country, the digital highways, roads, and bridges, in order for the nation to be interconnected and empowered. Under Connect, we are ramping up our national connectivity initiatives, including the National Broadband Program, or NBP, the Free Wi-Fi for All program, and the Common Tower Initiative. National Broadband Program. The NBP is one of the flagship programs of the DICT. It aims to accelerate the deployment of fiber optic cables and wireless technology for the overall improvement of the country's internet connectivity in terms of speed, reliability, affordability, and accessibility. Since its launch in 2017, the NBP has completed the construction of the international cable landing stations and the 250-kilometer fiber conduit, which will serve as an ultra-high-speed information highway for a better internet experience. The DICT has also connected more than 800 government agencies nationwide through its Government Network, or GovNet project, to help with the delivery of frontline government services to serve the public better. In Region 5, from 28 agencies in 2019, 38 agencies are now being provided with improved ICT infrastructure through GovNet. These agencies were able to effectively implement coordinated and simplified public service through fast and efficient networks offered by GovNet in interconnecting government offices. In the coming months, the DICT, led by Luzon Cluster 3, is targeting to expand the Legazpi GovNet to cover 59 agencies for more coordinated and simplified public service through a fast and efficient network. Likewise, the DICT is looking into partnering with more local government units or LGUs in South Luzon for the establishment of provincial broadband networks, which will be linked to the national fiber backbone for middle-mile connectivity. The Free Wi-Fi for All program. For last-mile connectivity, the DICT implements the Free Wi-Fi for All program in accordance with Republic Act 10929 or the Free Internet Access in Public Places Act. Since the onset of the pandemic, the DICT has prioritized the provision of internet connectivity in public schools, state universities and colleges, public hospitals, and COVID-19 facilities, most especially in far-flung areas where building cell towers and deploying internet fiber optic cables are difficult. As of May 26 of this year, we have connected 9,214 live sites nationwide. In South Luzon, the DICT has an existing point of presence in Legazpi, Albay that serves as the ready source of internet connection in the region. Through this, DICT Luzon Cluster 3 has been able to conduct cluster-initiated site activations by utilizing the point of presence, or POP, bandwidth to establish more free Wi-Fi sites in the region, including the remote island of Rapu-Rapu in Albay. As of June 1 this year, 773 sites have been activated in Region 5, 197 in Albay, 84 in Camarines Norte, 80 in Camarines Sur, 102 in Catanduanes, 42 in Masbate, and 268 in Sorsogon. Among these sites, 168 have been established in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas, or GIDAs, in the Bicol region. With the continuous rollout of the Free Wi-Fi for All program, 271 locations are targeted to be provided with free internet connectivity in Region 5. This includes the provision of free Wi-Fi in GIDA locations. The Common Tower Policy. The DICT recognizes that existing towers and fiber connections are not yet enough to reach the ideal tower-to-subscriber ratio, which is 1 tower to 100 to 200 households. To address this concern, the DICT issued Department Circular Number 008, Series of 2020, dated 29 May 2020, that provides for the guidelines on shared passive telecommunicable tower infrastructure, or PTTI, most commonly known as the Common Tower Policy. This policy is expected to widen the base of common towers and accelerate the deployment of internet across the country, as it allows and encourages telcos and internet service providers to share cell towers. In July 2020, the DICT, along with other government agencies, issued a joint memorandum circular to streamline the requirements and reduce procedural delays in securing necessary permits, licenses, clearances, certificates, and other requirements in constructing towers, reducing processing time from 241 to 16 days, issuance of permits from 13 to 8 days, and release of documentary requirements from 86 to 35 days. This will also drastically reduce the standard cost of licensing towers to around 50,000 pesos. The DICT hopes for the continuous cooperation of LGUs in Region 5 for the streamlined processing of permits for the construction of common towers in the region. With more common towers built, we can expect better internet service quality for a wider population in South Luzon. Guided by the CHIP framework, DICT shall continually intensify our digital transformation initiatives, particularly our internet connectivity initiatives, in response to the marching orders of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, which is to connect everybody to each other, whether they are in the nation or overseas. Likewise, rest assured that the ICT Luzon Cluster 3, led by Director Cheryl Ortega, will continue to diligently implement efforts in South Luzon, taking into account the unique needs of the people, the LGUs, and of course the business community in Region 5. With that, we hope for the continued support of both the public and private sectors in Region 5 for the realization of our programs and initiatives in Southern Luzon. Thank you, mabuhay, and Diyos mabalos.
Introduction of speaker by Ms. Rosemary Quinto Rey, President, Albay Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Mr. Serrano's professional career covers 21 years of full-time engagements in management, business development, and finance, simultaneous with part-time consultancy in operation, research, and policy development. Prior to his appointment in DOST-5, he was a Corporate Executive Officer 2 at the Department of Trade and Industry, National Development Company, managing a portfolio totaling 4 billion pesos worth of agro-industrial, biofuel, and mining investments. Other than being a dedicated civil servant, Director Serrano was a professor at the De La Salle College of San Benil, Asia Pacific College, Enderun Colleges, and Assumption College. He also served as a socio-economic consultant and project management trainer for other government agencies such as Department of Agriculture, Department of Health, Department of Agrarian Reform, Philippine Retirement Authority, and various local government units. As the regional director, he plans to further advance the efficiency of the organization through an efficient corporate approach in internal system, project development, and strategic management, in all of which he has an extensive background. By strengthening the department's partnership with its stakeholders and through the vigorous implementation of DOST's programs and services, he envisions an increased utilization of science, technology, and innovation in the region, which shall translate to significant and continuous improvement in the quality of life of all Bicolanos. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Regional Director of the Department of Science and Technology, Region 5, Mr. Romel R. Serrano.
Through the years, the Department of Science and Technology Region 5 has been in the forefront of creating changes that make positive impact on the lives of the Bicolanos and on the Bicol region's economy at large. Guided by its core values, which are innovation, leadership, excellence, integrity, teamwork, and empowerment, the Department of Science and Technology Region 5 has been going above and beyond to bring science-based solutions and technological innovation closer to every Bicolano in Albay, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, Catanduanes, Masbate, and Sorsogon. With the help of its great pool of experts and employees, the Department of Science and Technology Region 5 has been stepping up its game to fulfill its mission of directing, leading, and coordinating the country's scientific and technological efforts geared towards maximum economic and social benefits for a more progressive Bicol region. the Department of Science and Technology Region 5 also remains steadfast in attaining its vision of being the provider of world-class scientific, technological, and innovative solutions that will lead to higher productivity and a better way of life. All these have become possible under the leadership of the Department of Science and Technology Region 5 Director, Mr. Romel R. Serrano.
To the Area Vice President of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and the Chairman of the 30th South Luzon Area Business Conference, or SOLABC, Clarin Tobias. To the Region 4 Governor of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and the Vice Chair of the 30th SOLABC, Sally Lacson. To the Region 5 Governor of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and also the Vice Chair of the 30th SOLABC, Mergy Moraleda. To the Conference Director, Mr. P.P. Hoover Picar. To the President of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, Maria Soledad Matuto. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Allow me first to congratulate the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated for successfully hosting the 30th South Luzon Area Business Conference, or the SOLABC. It is both an honor and privilege to speak before an esteemed group of prime movers with enormous contributions to the growth and development of Southern Luzon's economy. We, at the Department of Science and Technology Region 5, consider this as a wonderful opportunity for both the private sectors and the Philippine government to come together and establish stronger bonds and partnership in pursuit of a more progressive and thriving economy for Southern Luzon and beyond. With the overall theme, Innovative Economy, a Better Normal for All, the Department of Science and Technology Region 5 expresses its support to this year's South Luzon Area Business Conference by bringing together heads of organizations and representatives from Region 4A, 4B, and 5. This significant event will feature our current economic climate as viewed from the lenses of both private and public sectors. From there, we will be able to evaluate existing and potential challenges and come up with solutions born out of consensus for the benefit of the economy of Southern Luzon. It is our hope that the SOLABC will spring forth positive results and will clear the path as we navigate our way towards a better normal for everyone. Furthermore, on the side of the DOST5, we see this event as a great platform to bring into the center stage the UST's science-based solutions and technological innovations that are aimed to address the concerns and challenges continuously confronting the economy of Southern Luzon amidst the health crisis. The 30th SOLABC is also an opportunity for the DOST5 to comprehensively disseminate our programs and initiatives intended to help the micro, small, and medium enterprises, or the MSMEs, to boost their competitiveness, survive economic disruption, and to stay afloat in the face of overwhelming challenges and uncertainties brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. Among the flagship programs of the Department of Science and Technology are Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program, or the SETUP, Community Empowerment through Science and Technology, CEST, Regional Standards and Testing Laboratories, or our RSTL, Great Women Project, iForward, and iStart. To give you an in-depth overview of these programs and how MSMEs will benefit from them, allow me to show you a short video clip about them.
In an effort to improve the lives of the Filipino people, the Department of Science and Technology has been continuously pushing the envelope to craft and develop programs and projects anchored in S&T innovations. The Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program, or SETUP. The Department of Science and Technology Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program, or the DOST SETUP, is a nationwide initiative encouraging and assisting micro, small, and medium enterprises or the MSMEs to adopt technological innovations to improve their products, services, operations, and increase their productivity and competitiveness. The program enables MSMEs to address their technical problems and improve their productivity and efficiency through infusion of appropriate technologies to improve products, services, and operations, human resource training, technical assistance and consultancy services, design of functional packages and labels, assistance in the attainment of product standards including testing, database management system, and provision of assistance for technology acquisition. The Community Empowerment Through Science and Technology, or CEST. The DOST's Community Empowerment Through Science and Technology aims to empower and build the marginalized communities by improving their quality of life through science and technology. The program continues to provide science-based development initiatives to the identified communities in the Bicol region while focusing on 5 key areas, which are health and nutrition, human resource development, economic development or livelihood opportunities, environmental protection and preservation, and disaster risk reduction and climate change adaptation. The Regional Standards and Testing Laboratory and Metrology Laboratory, or the RSTL and RML. Designed to provide technical support to the food manufacturing, trading, researchers, industries, students, and production sectors, the RSTL-RML adopts and implements quality control activities guided by the good laboratory practices to produce accurate and precise test results. Being the only ISO IEC 17025-2017 accredited laboratory in the Bicol region, DOST, RSTL, and RML continues to pursue and expand its quality service at par with global standards. Through the continuous and effective implementation of enhancing One Lab through global competitiveness in 2020, RSTL-RML was able to sustain its operation and successfully delivered chemical and microbiological testing and calibration services despite the pandemic. The Gender Responsive Economic Action for the Transformation of Women, or Great Women Project. The Department of Science and Technology recognizes the significant role of women in nation building. Through the Gender Responsive Economic Action for the Transformation of Women, or Great Women Project, the DOST, alongside with its partner government agency, continue to empower micro-enterprises owned by women in the region, primarily focusing in maximizing competitiveness and improving sustainability. Among of the direct assistance given to the women micro-entrepreneurs are product development and production technologies, market development and expansion, assistance in enterprise development and management, facilitation of registration and certification requirements, participation of women micro-entrepreneurs in trade fair and exhibits, visual merchandising, and enablers training on gender analysis. The Innovation for Filipino Working Distantly from the Philippines, or the IFWDPH. As the coronavirus pandemic continues to cripple the global economy, thousands of overseas Filipino workers are affected, from cuts to layoff employment and to eventual repatriation. As a response to this problem, the Department of Science and Technology has launched the Innovation for Filipino Working Distantly from the Philippines, or the IFWDPH program. This aims to support the establishment of technology-based enterprises owned or managed by an OFW or its family as they move forward to a better normal. The program consists of 2 phases. First, OFWs are provided with capacity building training, which includes business concept development and business plan development. The second phase is innovation funding. This includes entrepreneurship and technical training, product development and market testing, operational consultancy services, initial laboratory testing, packaging and labeling design and execution for market testing, and equipment acquisition. The Innovation, Science and Technology for Accelerating Regional Technology-Based Development, or the iStart. In July 2020, DOST officially launched the Innovation, Science and Technology for Accelerating Regional Technology-Based Development, or the iStart, with the goal of supporting balanced development geographically by accelerating regional growth through science, technology, and innovation. The iStart has 3 specific objectives. First, assist local government units in developing a technology-based development plan for the agri-based, manufacturing, and services sector. Second, support technology-based investment and projects in the region by engaging researchers, scientists, and engineers. Third, increase partnerships with the private and public organizations to accelerate technology-based investments.
With the tagline Science, Technology, and Innovation for Smarter MSMEs, the Department of Science and Technology's banner program called Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program, or SETUP, is geared at helping micro, small, and medium enterprises enhance their competitiveness and improve their productivity through provision of appropriate and timely S&T interventions. Since its inception in 2002, SETUP has provided innovation funding support amounting to 276 million pesos for 423 MSMEs in the Bicol region. In 2020 alone, 52 MSMEs were provided with innovation enabling funds amounting to 41.7 million pesos. 46% belong to the food processing sector, 21% to metals and engineering, 13.5% to the agricultural sector, 4% to gifts, decors, and handicrafts, and 15.5% to other sectors including garments and information and communications technology. With the majority of the firms belonging to DOST has strengthened its food safety and management system initiatives. Our food safety team conducts firm-based good manufacturing practices assessment, lecture series, assistance on plant layout, and many other useful activities. To recognize the SETUP adopter who has excelled in managing and sustaining their business in terms of productivity, resilience, agility, innovation, sustainability, and excellence, a SETUP Praise Award has been given to MSMEs annually. For 2020, Pan de Masbate, owned by Ms. Divina N. Salvacion, was hailed as the regional winner and awarded with plaque and a cash award during the virtual NSTW celebration. The enterprise is engaged in the production of burger buns exclusively for Jollibee Food Corporation and assorted bakery products. The S&T intervention provided to the enterprise resulted in an increased production volume and gross sales by 134%, 26% increase in total assets, and additional 10 workers hired. Apart from this, Pan de Masbate generated additional markets, 15 sari-sari stores as distributors, and 8 online sellers. As part of their social responsibility, used cheesecloths are passed on for free to marginalized members of the community who are engaged in rug making. Meanwhile, another DOST's program intended to help MSMEs is the Innovation for Filipinos Working Distantly from the Philippines, or iForward PH. Launched to support the establishment of technology-based enterprises owned or managed by an OFW or its family, the program consists of two phases. First, the capacity building training. Second, its innovation funding. In the year 2020, 3 OFWs from the Bicol region were among the first batch of OFWs who have completed Phase 1 or the capacity building training. They were Mr. Joel Galcera Jr. from the Naga City, Camarines Sur with the technology-based enterprise for smoked chorizo, Mr. Juan Villeza of San Fernando, Camarines Sur, Superman Forward for Better Normal. Lastly, the newly launched Innovation, Science, and Technology for Accelerating Regional Technology-Based Development, or the iStart, is another program of the DOST that will be highly beneficial to the MSMEs in the region. This program is an offshoot of the UP Planades Settlements Development Model aimed at identifying new development centers in order to decongest metropolitan areas, particularly the Greater Manila area. The DOST aims to attract individuals currently residing in the National Capital Region and other highly urbanized areas to return to their provinces of origin and transfer, expand, or invest in new enterprises and other science, technology, or innovation undertakings. One of the 20 provinces nationwide identified by the UP Planades study as the new growth areas or center and has been chosen by the DOST as one of 4 pilot provinces for the iStart program is Camarines Sur. In partnership with the local government unit of Camarines Sur and other public and private entities, DOST ensures inclusive growth, equitable distribution of wealth, and attainment of rural prosperity in the region. Through the continuous implementation of DOST programs, we are confident enough that these projects will bring progress in the economic and social status of the provinces, along with the help of researchers, engineers, and scientists engaged in this innovative undertaking. This will guarantee not only the inclusive participation of everyone in the community, but also the viability of the program in terms of increased investments, sustainability, and long-term development of the target community and beneficiaries. The 30th South Luzon Area Business Conference is only one of the many steps we can take together to address complex issues surrounding our economy. Amidst these challenges, we at the DOST assure you that we will continue to craft science-based and innovative solutions for the advancement of the South Luzon economy for a better normal for all. As a conclusion for my presentation, allow me to show you a video showcasing the success story of our setup and vision.
Ako po si Divina Salvacion, ang may-ari ng Pandi Masbate na matatagpuan sa Tare Street, Masbate City. In 2008, ipinamanay sa akin ang Pandi Masbate ng parents ko. Actually, ito ay lumago at nag-venture ako sa pagtitinda ng baking tools, equipment, and supplies. Nalaman ko ang DOST setup nang i-encourage ako ng staff ng DOST Masbate na mag-avail ng programang ito. Ang mga equipment na na-avail ko sa setup ay rotary oven, dough roller, spiral mixer, at tasty bread slicer. Ang Dahil sa programa ng UST Setup, malaki ang naging impact nito sa pagpapadali ng production. Na-avail rin namin ang food safety and GMP consultancy services ng UST. Naging impact ng UST setup sa sales ng bakery ay dumoble. Dahil dito, nakapagdagdag din ako ng employment. Marami rin ang market ng bakery. Papasalamat ako sa UST sa malaking tulong na ibinigay sa pagpapalago ng aking negosyo.
The following are testimonials from our DOST beneficiaries. Miss Carmelita R. Reyes of Rejanos Bakery, PCCI Marinduque. Miss Annie R. Llaguno of HML Foods Corporation, Albay Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Ako po si Carmelita Rejano Reyes ng Rejanos Bakery, located at Barangay Banahaw, Santa Cruz, Marinduque. Third cycle na po ako ng setup ng DOST at technology really works talaga po. Talagang ang laki po ng conversion from the scratch. Dati po ay, ang napoproduce lang namin 200 kilos ng raw, ngayon po ay 1,000 kilos a day. Production naman po from 20 to 40 kilos na ngayon po ay 100 to 120 kilos. Ang akin pong workers nung una ay 7 lang at ngayon po ay 25 lahat. At sa farmers naman po, 20 to 30 persons lang po family. Ngayon po umaabot na ng 500 at ako po umaangkat na rin sa Roblo. Ngayon po ay halos 300% ang in-increase ng aking sales. Nandito tayo sa Arrowroot Flour Processing Center. Nung una po, gagawa namin dito ay 200 kilograms of rhizomes. Pero ngayon po, umaabot na kami ng 1,000 kilograms of rhizomes every day. Ang gamit lang po nila noon ay i-load sa paggawa ng flour. Ang ginagamit na po namin ngayon ay ang modern technology ng pagproseso ng uraro. Ito po yung extractor na doon po nagsaseparate ang flour and juice. At dito naman po ang siyang nagpipiga ng uraro na dati-dati po ginagamit namin ay sako para siya matuyo. Ito po yung oven dryer na ginagamit namin sa pag-dry ng uraro. Ang production po namin noon ay 20 hanggang 40 kilos lang a day. Nagkaroon po ngayon ng DOST intervention na naging automated cookie depositor na ang nagagawa po ngayon ng aking depositor is 120 kilos a day. Na ang laman nito ay 36 planchas lang and 30 minutes bago siya maluto. Dito po ay hindi even ang luto, merong sunog, merong maganda at maraming losses. Nagamit ko ngayon ay ang automatic rack oven. Ito po ay naglalaman ng 72 planchas na naluluto lang po ng 25 minutes at evenly ang cook ng cookies. Kaya wala po ako ngayong waste na lahat ay good ang mga na-produce na cookies. Nung una po, ang ginagamit lang namin ay ang impulse sealer na ang shelf life nito ay 3 months lang. Gamit na namin ngayon ay ang electric cup sealer nang nagpe-preserve ng shelf life from 1 to 1.5 year. Nare-retain po ang freshness and quality ng product. At ito po ay madaling buksan at easy open can po. Reusable cup. Ang transaction ko po noon ng business ay walk-in. Pero sa ngayon po, ay sila'y nag-order na through internet. Ang website ko po ngayon ay www.rehanosmarinduquedeli.com. Maraming salamat po sa DOST dahil sa technology really works.
HML Foods Corporation is a family business, currently one of Bicol's leading food manufacturer, socializing in Bicol's local delicacies, namely Bicol Express Pork, Bicol Express Tinapa, Laing Regular, Laing Spicy, and Bicol Chili Paste. Before we started manufacturing bottled Bicol Express and Laing, we have a restaurant in Legazpi City, which is Paris King, opened way back 2007. There, we serve the Bicol Express and Laing, and with many satisfied customers who always brought back to their homes as pasalubong, we decided to put it in a bottle instead of in a microwavable container. So now, apart from Bicol Express Pork, we have Bicol Express Tinapa, Laing Regular, Laing Spicy, Bicol Chili Paste, and the frozen Bicol's Best Very Special Pinanat in regular and spicy. All can be found in Paris King, Paris Queen, and some leading supermarkets and pasalubong centers. The initial production of our bottled Bicol Express Pork and Laing before was 15 to 20 bottles per day. It carries the brand Bicol's Best, which are traditionally made authentic, and are now found in supermarkets and pasalubong centers. With the help of DOST, we availed of their upscaling and automation setup program. With this, DOST has truly helped us increase the production from 15 to 20 bottles per day to 1,500 bottles per day. DOST has truly played an important role in the increase of production capacity and market sales. With the assistance of DOST, our loan availment of 2 million for the automation of the production processes, enhancement of product shelf life using DOST's sterilization process has raised its production and made it efficient. HML has also obtained the current goods manufacturing practice from the Food and Drug Administration. To ensure the high quality standards of our product, it undergoes 3 quality checking and counter-checking being done during production. Apart from ensuring quality products, HML has great concern with the environment and advocating zero waste. Thus, waste products such as coconuts are turned into copra, coconut shell into coal, and used coconut milk are also being sold. Other waste products such as plastics and tin cans are sold to junk shops. Our company keeps up with marketing trends and maintains its competitive edge through conducting continuous market research, both local and international. During trade fairs, we interact with customers or consumers rather together with the market information and customers' feedback during product